improvement here because we didn't see the best of them last weekend in Malaga.
No, I think that's a very polite way of saying it, and they've got some very loyal, very passionate supporters all around the world. And the shujaa, as they know, and have got a bit of expectation coming out. They've only won 4 games all season. That's the level of disappointment for this Kenyan team. Expected to do better. They've got experience right across it, and as anybody who watches Kenyan rugby will know, when they get it right, they're so entertaining.
Yeah, youngsters coming through. Look out for number 6, Darby Lancaster, who gets a start here. He's 18 years of age, out of Scots College in Sydney in the Waratahs Academy. Be interesting to see how he gets on the big stage.
Oh, totally. I mean, it's a bit of an all-change shop here. We're only looking at an Australian team with 2 players more than 10 legs. That is fresh.
Gianluca Niedke will take care of this one. Australia, 4th last week. Remember, Cup finalists in Dubai just before Christmas. And we do get started with Dietrich Roach. Wasn't listed as a starter in this game, but does get us underway.
Well, not the best way to start a game. The left peg kicking a bit too long. One area of focus for the Australians is their discipline, so they give away the most penalties. That means they're throwing away possession, of which we've seen exactly an example of what not to do. They've got to be much control with ball in hand, because you do not want to give the Kenyans many shots to run at you.
There's one of their main men, Josh Turner, but here come Kenya with their first possession. Herman Humwa, dream teamer in Dubai before Christmas. They get the first penalty, and they go quickly. Daniel Ta'abu to the big man, Alvin Otieno. Haven't seen the best of him this series so far after brilliant performances in Canada on the 21 series. Josh Turner goes in for the choke tackle, looking to hold the Kenyan up, trying to get his knees to the floor. If he gets his knees to the ground, the tackler has to let go, and they've shoved him over the sideline.
Felon is not binded, so no more, only defenders. Yeah, line out to goal.
Line out Australia, they go quickly. Here's Dowling. St Joseph's College, Sydney schoolboy star, Ben Dowling. Roach wants it. And he does go quickly. He's got Chris Kuridrani in the headgear to his right.
Line out? Okay.
Chris Kuridrani there, you can see. There he is, younger brother of Namani Nandolo, of course, plays his rugby for the Leicester Tigers, Fijian international. They both went to Ipswich Grammar School in Brisbane. And there he is with a carry. Here's Roach in midfield, sends it over to his captain, Henry Hutchison, and here's the danger man, Corey Toole. OU with the tackle, puts him on the deck. Dowling in midfield, here's Lawson. Lawson from South Sydney in New South Wales. There's Kuridrani again, and Australia get the penalty. Dowling goes quickly. Josh Turner, Kiwi born. Roach on an angle run, Dietrich Roach, and the little Campese goose step as well. Good tackle coming back though from Daniel Ta'abu, had to be made. Australia's first foray into Kenyan territory. Dowling gets hit, but manages to get the ball away to Turner. This Kenyan team, they look like they're up for this. Indifferent in Malaga, looking to change it up. Kuridrani to Roach. Lawson. Dowling again, running completely across field, but trying to find the gap for Henry Hutchison, and he's done so. And Henry Hutchison, the young captain of this Australian team, will get their first score in Seville. Here we are this weekend.
Yeah, a few miles up the road, but equally the same result when Hutchison gets the ball. You're exactly right, Rubes. They're trying to look for that space by playing width. What I find most intriguing about Australia is they're not taking on the ball. It is quite literally static passing right across it. But how about this guy? You're going to tee up anyone on the ropes. There's going to be one hammer blow going to come from Australia, and it's likely going to be Hutchinson. Finds himself midfield. Both he and Josh Turner, feet to die for. He's got the pace. He's got the quads to kick through it. Really impressive from Australia. But if they keep passing the ball statically, the Kenyans are going to come and hunt them down.
Yeah, still only 24 years of age, Henry Hutchison. He's captain of this team with Nick Maloof unavailable for these two events, getting married as Nick back into Australia. He was the World Rugby Sevens Rookie of the Year as a 19-year-old back in 2016. Look at that in the all-time tries, just under the great Peter Miller from yesteryear.
You mentioned that 35 tournaments to his name. This whole team only have 90 across the board.
Henry's got it in his hands again. Hutchison gets through one into the Kenyan 22. Australia composed, imposing start from the Aussie Sevens here. How about that for a step in the offload from Dietrich Roche to Dowling. Basketball pass over the top to Kurandrani. If this one works out, it'll make highlights, no doubt about it. Kurandrani 5 metres out.
Black.
Toole, Roach, Turner, now Lawson. One more pass to Hutchinson. Look at the width from Australia. Swing it back with a long pass to Roach again. Corey Toole, leading try scorer for Australia on the series. Dowling. Still, this Kenyan defence holds tight. They're working hard for each other, Kenya, but it's all Australia at the moment, looking for their second try inside the final 2 minutes of this first half. Great hands from big Nathan Lawson out of Southern Districts in Sydney. Roach again. One offload will do it, and it will, to Henry Hutchison for his second. But if you want to know how to play keep ball and make a defence work, Aussie Sevens have written the script right there.
Well, that was 4 widths of play with the ball going right across, and because nobody was taking it to the middle, the Kenyans were managing to cover all the space, but then one action changed it. Great hands from Lawson to keep hold of it. When the ball came back in, Roach went through the heart of this Kenyan defence, and because he is so good at offloading, it is impossible to defend that space either side of him. Teed up there, this is it. Roach takes it on, 2 defenders commit, and because that ball's high, Hutchison gets it. Perfect use of an offload from Australia.
Hutchison has his second. As you say, so involved with Dietrich Roach. He's only 20 years old still as he kicks the ball over for another 2. Began playing rugby league in his youth. Scored the winning try in a schools rugby league final, and then switched to rugby union with the Parramatta 2 Blues Colts program, and here he is playing Aussie 7, Dietrich Roach.
34 passes, Australia just going wide, keeping that ball. But just interested to see when they take it forward, that's when they're most dangerous.
First knock on in the air by Black. Second knock on
Nothing's
here by
going Kenya's way at the moment, is it?
First knock on in the air.
Now, this won't be pleasing the fans watching all around the world. Very vocal when they team play. You're never going to get a lack of effort from Kenya, but it's just understanding how this Australian team are trying to play against them.
Crouch.
And yet to mention really Longbottom in the game and give him time and space in the middle. Start walking backwards.
Yeah, Morris Longbottom. That's been turned over, has it, by Kenya? No, we'll come back.
Now it's this scrum.
Bit of afters with Henry Lawson and Alvin Otieno. That'd be worth watching.
Again.
That'd be a top build event, wouldn't it? I reckon Otieno, if he weren't playing rugby, UFC might come calling for him.
Point.
Well, Morris Longbottom, I'm not sure mixed martial arts are his forte. It's his dancing feet that have been brilliant for Australia in sevens in recent times. Here's Roach again. Ball in one hand, out the back to Longbottom. Oh, that was gorgeous. And he changes direction once, twice, and they will score. Oh, goodness me, when rugby sevens is played like that, it's absolutely marvellous.
And it's from set piece. That's what's best about this. Celebrated by the coach, no doubt. Keep an eye on Longbottom, the extra player in this. He passes the ball but follows the loop. Roach knows he's coming round. Dummy's the first to Turner, but then hits Longbottom. And because Turner's angle, everyone has to commit to him. And then this is just Maurice Longbottom's skill set, isn't it? His wonderful footwork. You can give the guy the ball. Lovely bounce step from Roach. Such a threat. Clever interplay, but this is just about one-man skill. Longbottom just toying with the defence. What a score from Australia.
His 67th try in his 23rd Sevens World Series event. What a way to finish the first half from Australia. It has been a masterclass from the Aussie Sevens so far in their Seville opener. They lead Kenya 21-0 at the break. Aussie Sevens sucking in the big ones after that great first half effort. Scotland had a win also in Pool D in the previous match in their opener. Let's hear from Lee Jones.
Lee, that was a strong performance from Scotland in their opening tournament. You pretty happy about that?
Yeah, look, it's a bit of a new squad, and we started obviously in Malaga last week. Bit of disappointment, so we really knew we have to come out and get a win early on. There's nothing better than the boys winning in a Scotland jersey, so it's a great start to the weekend, but a lot more to come.
Good to see you on the score sheet. It's been quite a while since we've seen you on the series. Are you enjoying being back?
Yeah, it's great to be back. It's great to be back in a Sevens environment, and like I say, when you win in a Scotland jersey, it's awesome. So, it's good to be back.
All the best for next game, my friend.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, he was good, wasn't he, Lee Jones?
Not a match strike right there. 2 carries, 1 try. Scotland really are going to mix it up in this pool, and it's such a competitive pool, isn't it?
Yeah, Pool D is for death, no doubt about it. Canada, Scotland, Australia and Kenya. That's going to be tough, but these stats just scream in Australia's favour at the moment.
They are, and it's a real tactical procession from them. I don't think Kenya are doing much to try and stop their patterns, and maybe that will change the second half.
Just wait for my goal, please.
Maurice Longbottom with an absolute worldie of a score just before the break. The boy who the South Sydney Rabbitohs said was too small for rugby league, well, not for rugby sevens. 21-0, Australia lead Kenya. 3 tries to the good in their Pool D opener. What have Kenya got? Can they find some resolve as Hutchison lifts Longbottom high into the air? Gets away from Herman Humwa and gets on the floor. Not sure why Humwa let go of Longbottom there. He didn't have to. There he is with a long pass over to Corey Toole, the Brumbies Academy player. Oh, the in and away from Toole, and the pace to burn. That is a scorcher from Toole.
Well, backed up your fine words, Roops, and what you said earlier. Is so threatening when he's got the ball in his hands. Actually looks quite deceptive in how he runs. It's a really quick stride he's got. He gets into top gear early. Lovely strength to get away from Odiambo, but then this is a secret to it. He's looking up, he's staying square, he's assessing where the defenders are, and it's the change of direction that comes next. That little Joey Johns left foot step on the outside, off he goes.
How about the head fake?
It's all part of it. Shaves the side of his head for a clear reason. That may well be it.
What a start he's had to his Sevens career, Corey Toole. Debut in Dubai before Christmas, dream team in Malaga, DHL impact player as well, top try scorer on the series. Pretty easy this game of rugby sevens for the likes of Corey Toole.
Well, 10 of these players with less than 10 tournaments to their name. How exciting is that? Australian fans watching this, they are dispatching the Kenyan team, and already Toole is making a name for himself in the game of sevens.
Better not play too well because the Brumbies might come calling. Super Rugby kicking off pretty shortly. 28-0, Australia lead Kenya. Still 5 minutes and a bit to go in this second half. This is really damage limitation stuff for Kenya right now. They've just arrived in Spain with a lot of expectation. Often seen as a top 4 side lately, let alone a top 8 side in World Rugby Sevens, but they just haven't got it going. Need to try and find some rhythm, some momentum. Maybe this man, Billy Odiambo, one of their senior players, is the man to do it.
You can never question the Kenyans not having rhythm, but man, seeing them score, get to see some dancing.
Different kind of rhythm. Jeffrey Olowach flings the ball back inside to Vincent Onyala, their leading try scorer on the series. There's Ta'abu.
Advantage over.
Nice little switch play that time with Odiambo again. Ta'abu. Humwa. Hands off the more diminutively statured Longbottom. Hutchison makes the tackle in the end. Inside ball, probing. That pass has gone loose, and look at Roach. Cleverly flicks it into the hands of a teammate, and Corey Toole will benefit. How about the money play there from Dietrich Roach to create that try for Corey Toole? The awareness and the skill, brilliant.
And yet again, seeing things in sevens you don't often see on a rugby field. Ball on the floor, plenty of options. How about this one? The scoop and flick. That is outrageous from Dietrich Roach. We've seen some skill set from this man. But to do that off the turf, the little tee-up if you like, Toole gets it. No doubt that he's going to finish it. And it's always better to complement that bit of skill with 5 points to boot. There's more chance of getting on the reel.
Well, Toole's on a hat-trick, and he can thank Dietrich Roach for that. One more try for 3. And Roach, who's kicking 78%, which is the leading percentage of goal kickers in rugby sevens for the regular kickers in this event, adds the extra 2.
Well, conversions down right across the board, but I tell you what, performance to die for here from Australia. It's been everything you could wish.
And then some, 35-0, still 2:40 to go. Carry here from Bushamwale. That's better, up towards the halfway to Humwa. Opportunity on a nice cut is Taabu. Oh, that's really good stuff now from Kelvin Wakesa. Out there making the tackle is Stu Dunbar. Humwa sneaking down the short side. Good tackle from Toole. Kenya looking for their first points of this competition. Vozaithaki with the tackle. Does well because he's caused the error. Here's Yul Yul. First Sudanese-born player to represent Australia at rugby. We're going to go back to the original decision. It's a knock-on from Kenya.
Inside, okay.
I don't often see knock-ons being given that much advantage, but I'm sure the Australians will be happy with it. Really was good defence, wasn't it? That's sometimes what you want on the sideline. You're coaching, thinking, right, game's absolutely dusted, but let's just see a bit of resolve and character. And saw exactly that then from Australia.
Okay, Australia are on for a record here. They beat Kenya 47-7 in Vancouver in 2019, 45-5 in Dubai 2000. So they can get up above 40 here. They'll be in the history books.
No,
Kenya would like to have something to say about that.
I think that's probably the most pleasing thing for Australia. That it's been a nil at the moment. Obviously still a minute to go, but with possession, as we've seen throughout this game, Australia search for, and they've got deep in their territory. But Yul Yul, he's got some wheels.
He's standing over on the far side, is Yul Yul. Toole with long bottom, and he finds the long pass to Yul Yul. The little hitch kick to try and get away from Jeffrey Olawatch. Good tackle, though. Australia looking to recycle the ball here. Well kept in there by Stu Dunbar. Hutchison, 2 tries in the first half for him. Vozai Thaki only picked up the game of rugby a few years ago. Inside to the new man, Henry Patterson. Patterson, ball in 2 hands, shows it. He might run out of gas here, but he pops it over the top to Yul Yul. Yul Yul will finish that for Australia. They have gone the length in Seville, and that is 40 to equal their all-time record.
And you'd think with a kick underneath the sticks, it will be a record-breaking victory against Kenya. Lovely offload. I mean, he didn't even look for this. Wasitake just throws it on the inside. Speculatively, a couple of Kenyans in and around, but there was no one there. Patterson backed himself here. You run away from your support, you've got to score it. Gets caught, but then how about that pass? Floated perfectly to Yul Yul, who supported all the way down that left side. Full court game from Australia.
Long bottom knocks over the conversion. It is a record score for the Aussie Sevens against Kenya on the Sevens World Series. What a start from Australia. They have beaten Kenya in their Pool D opener by 42 points to 0.